Vasily Alexeyevich Kar. Vasily Alexeyevich Kar, Russian, Vasily Alexeyevich Kar, 1730–25 February 1806, was a Russian general chiefly noted for his defeat in the early stages of Pugachev's rebellion. His defeat allowed the rebellion to grow into a major threat to the government of Catherine the Great until later army expeditions were able to suppress it. His family name is often transliterated in Western sources as Karr. Biography. He was the son of Alexey Filipovich Kar (1680–1756), the head administrator of the Russian Salt Bureau from his marriage to the daughter of a court official, and had an older sister named Ekaterina (1720–1804) and a younger brother, Philip (1734–1000). The family traced its origins back to one Thomas Karr, who travelled on a mission with his brothers for James I of England to the court of Tsar Mikhail, and was granted a patent of nobility in 1625. Vasily Kar entered the military service in 1740, but his formal training began in January 1742, when he enrolled in the Corps of Pages. In 1748, he graduated as a porotchik and was assigned to an infantry regiment. In 1757, he volunteered to serve with the Austrian army and the next year transferred to the French. In this capacity he saw action in the 7 Years' War. By 1763 Karr was back in Russia and had been promoted to colonel. He was in Poland from 1766–68, serving at the court of Prince Radziwill. On 22 September 1768 he was appointed a brigadier, and the next year was appointed commander of a special combined arms legion of troops formed for the war against Turkey, christened at first the Foreign Legion, but then retitled the Petersburg Legion. On 1 January 1770 he was promoted to major general. In 1773 he was made overseer of military recruiting in Petersburg. On 15 October of that same year he was sent to the lands of the Yaik to pacify the rebels there. Karr was defeated in battle and fled alongside his troops. For this failure he was ordered dishonorably discharged from the army on 1 December 1773, and was legally forbidden from living in the capital. In 1775 he bought in auction an estate from Prince Boris Vasilyevich Golitsyn, Seltso-Goryanovo, located in today's Kaluga Oblast. Here he spent his days engaged in studying agricultural estate management until he became an expert in it. Karr was judged very harshly by his contemporaries for his failures during Pugachev's rebellion. Decades later, Pushkin, in his own history of the revolt, would describe the general's leadership during the crisis as feeble, timid, and lacking diligence. For his part, while Karr played the part of an amiable and content country squire, he lived quietly and tried to avoid any mention of his once promising military career to his neighbors. After Catherine's death, he was summoned back to St. Petersburg. Emperor Paul permitted him freedom to travel to and from his estate as he pleased. He died in 1806 at his home in Moscow, and was buried at the village of Voskresensky in northern Moscow Governorate, which he had acquired in the preceding years. Karr was married to Princess Maria Sergeyevna Kavanskaya 1756–1833, and together they had 4 children: Ekaterina, Anna, Alexei, and Sergey died 1869. After the death of her husband she retired to a monastery in Kaluga. Both of his sons entered the military and fought against Napoleon's invasion in 1812. Alexei would lose a leg at Berezino while commanding an artillery battery, and Sergey would become a decorated cavalry officer in the following campaigns.